Good afternoon, it's Sharon Weller here, live from Perth, Australia. Thank you for joining me. Kia ora, Joe. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. I watched your live today, and oh, that was an awesome show. And I can understand why you did that as you did that. But first off, I just wanted to apologise for a no-show yesterday. After my live on what's today? Tuesday afternoon, I became so overwhelmed with my Facebook page. I was bombarded with friends' requests when I turned it on yesterday, and then there was just a couple of hundred waiting, and I had already been warned once by Facebook that I had too many on my page already. So I thought, okay, I just have to move on with what I'm doing and can't hold back, otherwise I would lose the page altogether. So looking at that, looking at the number of views that had watched that video, I mean, personally for me, I did that post, but I didn't actually know what the post was all about until I was actually reading it live in front of you. So, and it took all my willpower to contain my excitement. I really wanted to yell at the top of my head, but I couldn't. But sincere apologies. I just wanted to not do anything, just switch off and step away from my computer. At times, it can become so overwhelming that I'd rather step away than come on, and then who knows what will come out of my mouth. But yes, so today I don't have a topic, but I did want to talk about a few things that I've experienced. A little bit of both with TBC, with TBC and the systems. And don't get me wrong, I usually work things out for myself, but it's got nothing to do with migrations. Okay, so in a perfect world, when you sign somebody up, there is a consistent flow. Okay, you're able to get into one system after another system, and that's fine. That's the flow. That's how things should be done. Okay, and you never want to rush when you are signing somebody up, because if you put a dot in between their first name or their second name, it makes all the difference in you remembering that you had put that dot there. For example, I was going to say I'm going to sign Sharon Weller up. I usually sign it. My emails is Sharon Weller 58. But then there was originally my email was Sharon.Weller 58. Now a clever person will put a totally different username at the beginning of the beginning of the email. But like I said, if you have that dot, it makes all the difference of a good flow to a nightmare. Pardon me. We become so repetitive in what we do on a daily basis that we just take it for granted that when we do something correct the first time, that it's going to be correct all the time. But if we alter something or just a fraction, and in this case, a dot, it can cause days of anguish, anxiety, just about, or wanting to walk away from it all. So I was going through helping a lady today. She actually is one of these ladies that had changed her emails more than 3 times. But the first email, the one she wrote down the first time, was the correct one that she uses all the time. The second one, some of the time. The third one, well, I'm sure you heard the story. So what makes people change? And why do they change? Or what makes them alter their thought in processing something when it was perfect the first time? The only way that, well, the only thing I could put it down to was she was bored. Or she had a moment's lapse of memory. We all do it. I do it. Like I said, I have 2 emails, one with a dot, one without a dot, and that dot is a nightmare. So I gave that the flick. But in a perfect world, when you are going to sign somebody up, and now whoever I am signing up, I get them to sit in front of me and write everything down. They are to sit there and write everything down, including the dots, the dashes, and everything else. And the other thing is, our leaders, and I've heard them say it many times, use the same email address with the same password into all the systems. So you've got a flow. You're not thinking of creating new passwords. You're not thinking of creating different emails for to get into this system or that system or that system. Flow. It's less stress. So the end result was 40 minutes on the phone and on the video. It was a video call. It was a Zoom. Chatting with her and getting them to understand that all you need is just one password and one email. But when it's in somebody's mindset, it's hard to change their way of thinking. Hello, Debbie Bishop. Thank you for joining me. So in that respect, you got to grasp, I find that when it's hard for them to, and believe me, there are there are people out there that are hard to grasp. They may not even be computer literate. They don't have to be computer literate. Everyone is teachable. All you have to do is, when you're teaching somebody how to sign up, is to slow the process right down. Adjust your voice and bring it right down. And never rush. Because you take away the stress and you've got a pleasant flow and a very happy person who has just signed up to TBC. But yeah, so end result for me was she was really happy and she learned how to send an email off to admin or a ticket to admin. So there was no getting around that. One needed to go to admin, but she was fine. She learned something new because I just did those three things. Slowed it right down, helped her to get around on her computer, and then dropped the tone of my voice. Instead of being, do this, go here, go there, click this, click that, send. No. Just by doing those three things, slowing it right down, changing your voice tone, and taking your time, she was really excited at the end of it. And I said, don't forget to come back and have a look maybe later on this evening or maybe tomorrow to see if you've received an email, an answer to your query. So she went away one happy lady. Now, the last time I spoke to her, she was so stressed, she was stressing me out. But because at the time, I wasn't quite sure what her problem was. But when I had a look at that and slowed it right down, you know, it makes it really, when you slow it right down, you're actually talking to each other, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, that is one of the things that I did today. I really don't know what else I've got to say. What else have I got to say? So I think I'll go and have a look at, oh, no. Okay. I was going to say, look at the blog, but I know what Randy's talking about on his library, so I won't talk about that. It just reminds me of what I said about two live broadcasts a couple of days ago when I was talking about my reactions to the movie Thrive. So a little bit similar on the same line as that. If you ever want to watch a good documentary, watch that. The doco Thrive. It's a real eye-opener. I think I am going to have to share and go back to the post again And well, I'm just having a look at the chat, and the guys are having a good discussion all on their own. Yes, even TBC Dr. Joe Stevens has said that he's had to change his password as well. So when you do change things, it really pays to write it down. Not think the old memory will last, because my memory can be a little bit foggy up there now and again. So I have taken to writing things down so I don't get messed up. But I think we will go to the blog and see what I can find. Oh, this one. Okay, this is only a short one, because if I start on a long one, I'm going to run out of time. And I like this because let's extend the cookie rewards redemption period till June the 7th. I was really stressing that I may have missed my redemption. But as soon as that post came out, that is awesome, totally awesome. So thank you, admin, for extending that, because you know, as we make transactions, we're using the old system, so it's not instant, and that is why we're migrating, where it takes minutes to do a transaction, seconds to minutes, compared to what we're using now. So thank you. I have 1 week. 1 week. Many of the top leaders have reported that they have backlogs of transactions they need to complete on the old wallet, which is what I'm still in right now, because it has been so slow to confirm transactions with the number of members. It is. I mean, you've got 3,200,000 plus, and you've got a system that that we're still using that hasn't quite coped with the amount of members that are using it. So if they backlogs, I can assert that many others have a similar problem too. Yes, 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 yes. And need the extra time to complete all those and their transaction verifications before they migrate. So due to this, it does make sense to do a 1 week extension and end this cookie reward redemption period on June 7, 2018. That's the first time, I think, that they have extended a redemption period. So thank you, admin. Then the whole month of November will be the next cookie reward redemption period. And you know what? It is till the 7th of June, right? From the 8th of June to the 31st of September, October, November, September, October, we can collect more cookies right till then, and then come the 1st of November, redeem. Or keep collecting and come the end of November, redeem. My gosh, that's going to be a lot of cookies. or a lot of Kringles. My gosh, that's going to be a lot. So we've got that longevity. Well, that length of period to accumulate more cookie rewards. Now, I don't mind doing that. Important notes from support team handling the manual aspects of both redemption and migration processes. Please make sure that people know that redemption credits will start processing on June the 1st and every 24 hours until June the 2nd. So if you redeem on June the 1st, it takes 24 hours to process, okay? It's not going to process the next, well, that same day, 24 hours. Also, people need to understand that when they migrate, it takes 48 to 72 hours for their funds to be completed. We're getting a ton of complaints because people think it's instant, even though it's not true. Hello, people. You have been told this 1,000 times. It's in black and white. Come on, do your homework. Actually read the posts. Or go back to your leader and ask them. But don't just send a ticket off to admin and say, where's my money? That sounds a little bit pathetic. So in saying that, I am really glad that admin has extended the Cookie Rewards program for an extra week, giving everybody to pay catch up. Remember, people, once you click the redemption button, it takes 24 hours for it to show in your web wallet. And then once you migrate, it takes up to anywhere between 48 and 72 hours for your cookies to get into your new web wallet. Of course, it's not going to get there instantly. So that was the extension of the cookie rewards. Yay. Now, the Amira family of Dr. Dan are unstoppable. This is something I was talking with one of the, another of our TBC members. Okay, how he's got a big gathering around the table. Now, don't get me wrong, all around the world, TBC members are having meetings, whether it's in a room like this, whether it's in a one-on-one, whether it's over the internet, whether it's in, you're sitting at a computer like this. It could be anywhere. It could be anywhere, even while you're having coffee. When you go out and say, so when the girls ring up and have a gathering, oh, let's do coffee. They're actually gathering to let's do business. It's done many times. I've seen lots of people sitting at cafes with empty cups, but they've got their laptops in front of them or their iPads, and they're discussing business. So I was having a discussion today with another lady, and we both agreed that we want to get the word of TBC out there more than what we're doing right now. Now, Australia is a huge country, but in saying that, it's not, it is a challenging task as we have the different states and the different nationalities. But there was one area that I really wanted to tap into. So I said to her, the best way we can do it is we have a meeting with one, but it's got to be the right person. Now, I can't say too much because they actually watch my videos, and I don't want to give the names out because we haven't actually set it up yet. It's in the borderlines of being set up. So I'm really excited about that. I do have no, Joan, not as yet because we had to wait. From admin, we came across a glitch. So it was better that we sent the query off to admin and let them sort it out first before we could process. Now, where was I? Oh, yeah. So we were, oh, God, don't you just hate it when you have a mind blank? Oh, my gosh. I shouldn't have stopped. Yeah, that's right. We're in the process of setting up meetings. Now, I have one already set up for next Saturday, so that's fine. But this one is to reach more people out there. And that was taken off seeing this poster here of Dr. Dan, Empowering Leaders. So I sat down, had a chat, and I said, we need to try and reach 1,000 and see if we can do this. Can we do this? I know no matter where you are in the world, getting at least 10 people in the same room to hold a little conference is challenging because it takes planning, and in some cases can take weeks and weeks of planning because it depends where the people are going to come from. So I was really empowered when I saw this poster here and said we need to have a sit down, especially when I saw the numbers here. 1,000 members to circle together and pray for full development and good health of the grandbaby born 2 months ago. Okay, this is a sit down for a family. I hope he's really well. I know too well what it's like to have little grandbabies being born. I have 3 little girls, not mine, my granddaughters. So I know too well when you hold your breath. But many, many, many thanks to Dr. Dan for what he's done. If only I can convert YouTube into, because I'd like to hear what he's actually saying in his live broadcast. I can't. I can only pick up the word on TBC. So I wish there was. I tried looking for it last night. If we could convert the language or even read it in English, translation. I don't know if you can translate one of those videos into English, and then I can keep up with his conversation. It's a pity. But because I don't know what to say next, I'm going to end my live broadcast today. Very sorry, it hasn't been very knowledgeable, not like the other day when I was so excited I couldn't contain myself. Anyway, this is Sharon Weller from Perth, Australia, thanking Dr. Joe Stevens and our lovely also Dee Bishop for being with me today. So thank you once again. I'll see you the same time. Yes, the same time tomorrow. And hopefully I've got some exciting news. I don't know. I'll tell you then. Thank you. This is Sharon Weller saying bye.